Good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever the heck you're listening to this. My name is Evan.
My name is Nathaniel.
And joining us today is our very good friend, Justus.
I overlapped you. We all have to say Justus at least once each.
At least twice.
How are you doing today, Justus?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
It's been a fun day.
Yeah.
It's a little rainy.
Yeah, a little bit. You and I were just outside, helped two of our close friends with like engagement photos. So we were just out in the rain, like shortly before this. Yeah.
Making jokes, being in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan, I'm actually doing fantastic.
Oh,
no one cares about you. No one cares about you.
I just
Nathaniel.
wanted to say I'm in here. I'm okay. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm just
sorry,
No,
Nathaniel.
I'm actually doing
He was comfortable inside, out of the rain. Well, we were working our butts off in the rain.
Making people pose for pictures. It's so hard.
Exactly.
I was sweating, not profusely.
I'm pretty sure that was just the rain.
Anyway,
now, Nathaniel, do you have anything for us on the news front of Nerdist news stuff?
Yes. I
Things.
was going to say nudism, but I meant nerdism.
I was thinking the same thing.
Right? So we have some great video game news and like tech
Yeah.
news and all that stuff.
What's up?
Super hype.
My first announcement. It's not about me. This is actually Nintendo's announcement. Super Smash Bros. For Switch is coming out this year.
You heard it here first, maybe.
Probably
not.
17th place you've heard it.
Yeah. The trailer dropped last night or the day before that?
I think it was
yesterday.
or 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago because I've been
Tuesday
seeing the ink people memes with the different images in her eye.
The reflection in the eye, yeah. So there was a Nintendo Direct that had a lot of new games and stuff. This is like the biggest announcement. So they transitioned into Splatoon DLC, and then they went into another Splatoon thing. People are like, seriously, more Splatoon? But it turned out it's the Inklings, which are from Splatoon. They're like the characters.
Yeah.
They will be playable, and it transitioned into like the logo and stuff. And,
Yeah, and then you saw like a silhouette of all the previous, like the previous roster, most famous ones, and the Link is different in this one, isn't he?
It's the Breath of the Wild, right?
That's what people are thinking. It does look very similar.
And I also heard rumors that the Mario is the one from Mario Odyssey with the hat and everything.
Like some of his moves will have like the
That would
hat
be great.
incorporated.
That'd be super cool.
I feel like that would be kind of fun. You can control other players and stuff like that, and then it becomes like a little mini game where like you have to like mash buttons to like gain control back or whatever. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh
No.
gosh, that sounds insane.
I'm just saying that idea is too genius for the game. Nobody's going to put it in because it's easier.
You don't want to give Nintendo the credit?
It's easier just to
Came
keep
here
Mario's moveset and maybe change one of his moves to something like that. So
maybe
we'll see.
maybe it'll be like a melee where he throws the hat and hits them. Maybe.
Like a range throw.
Maybe like a range throw, maybe. Yeah.
Like a boomerang.
Kind of like it's something you can spam like Pikachu's lightning and just like stay in one spot and just zap people. I used to spam that all the time. My friends hated me.
Or Link's bow.
So yeah, there was like a lot of other like ports and stuff, and like
Right.
South Park and
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls,
Isn't
Dark
Crash Bandicoot got
Bandicoot.
announced to be on the Switch too? Which,
And on Xbox and PC.
right.
yeah,
Which
which
is
is great.
insane.
Which is crazy because it used to be just a PlayStation exclusive, but now that they're branching out into other things, I'm wondering if we'll see Crash Bandicoot in Smash Brothers at some point. Maybe
Whoa.
that'd be kind of fun.
Personally, I would hope not. I would prefer other characters. That would still be cool though.
I don't know. Just saying, they had Solid Snake from Metal
Right,
Gear
and
Solid,
that's,
and
like,
he
the
and
least
he
expected.
and he wasn't a Nintendo character.
Not
Just
at all.
saying. So that'd be kind of cool.
I'm saying it's potential. I just don't want it personally. Is what I'm saying. You know?
But if it was in the game, you would totally play it.
No, not really.
No,
Oh
no,
wow!
no.
You don't
Oh.
like you don't like Crash Bandicoot?
I think he's like okay.
Whoa!
His design is just like kind of flat for me, but
Flat. He's like one of the,
I
he's
love
like one of the
Crash
most
Bandicoot.
animated like
He was-
video game characters of all
He was the
time.
PlayStation, like Sony mascot
Yeah, he was
back in the day.
Yeah, he was the one to compete with like Mario and Sonic. Like that was
Just
the,
so you know, every time you guys talk, I'm just like shrinking in size. Just like that's a pretty good point. But it's like good point.
It's like those are good points. Yes, that is true too.
But
Yeah.
also, I like to hate.
I'm opinionated. Let me have my opinion.
That's my opinion. You're not allowed to have an opinion here. You have to agree with us or you're out. That's how this works. No, I'm kidding.
So we've also got the Division 2.
Transition, please. Yes,
I will
Division
back
2.
out because I do not care.
Okay. Division 2. I have not heard a whole lot about it. I've only played it briefly, so I don't know.
You mean the first one, right?
The first one, yes. Not Division 2, no.
So Ubisoft just announced it.
Okay.
They're going to I believe they're going to say more about it either soon or at E3. So we don't really have details or screenshots or anything, so we just kind of have to wait out.
Yeah.
We just have like the logo screen, like the actual like logo for the
That's
game.
basically all we have
Yeah.
until they reveal.
They
more.
just added a 2 to the normal title.
They just want to like start building hype already.
Yeah. So we'll get more information about story and stuff like that later.
Yeah, and we got like news on the yearly Call of Duty release.
Yes, we did. The announcement of Black Ops 4 that got announced. It's been announced that it'll be out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. There's no word on the Switch yet. I'm sure it probably will be at some point. And it's slated to be released October 12th this year, which is a Friday. So go to your local game stores and pre-order it.
No, don't do that.
That's your thing. Well, no. Okay, the thing is, though, out of all the Call of Duty games, Black Ops, like all of them, even 3, which was kind of those games have been the most solid.
Of all the Call of Duty.
Out of all, I mean, there's Modern Warfare 2 that was really good, and a lot of people, that's like, everyone reveres that one as the best Call of Duty game. However, I think Black Ops, especially like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, I feel like people really love that one, and people have a lot of fun with that one. So I think Black Ops 4, I think people will be more accepting of, and I think people will have a better time handling that. I just don't know what the story's about or where it's going to take place, if it's going to take place even further in the future, or I don't know. So
My
we'll see.
thinking and bias and kind of hatred towards Call of Duty is the fact that each entry sells about 20 million copies every year, and you've got fantastic games like Horizon and Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot, and they sell like 7 million.
Did you just say Crash Bandicoot was a great game?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
I didn't say I hated Crash Bandicoot. I just don't
Said he
really
hated
like his
Bandicoot.
visual design.
You just don't want him in Smash.
No.
It never.
I have a long list of characters I would like in Smash, and he's maybe at the bottom.
Harsh, dude.
I know.
What if he's
Sorry,
is
Crash.
he even on the list?
He's on the list, just very far. Who's the top character that you want in Smash?
See,
That's not in Smash.
That's
That-
a very
is-
loaded question.
Is that something we
Let's
need?
save it for the Smash podcast.
Is it we need to have our own
Smash
podcast
Cast.
for that? Okay. all
Yes.
right. The Smash Cast.
In other news,
What's up?
I heard a rumor. I haven't actually
rumor.
researched this, so I don't know yet. But
add this to the rumor mill.
rumor mill. Battlefield 2018. They're announcing a new game.
Oh,
That's
they've
right.
announced Battlefield 5, or at
Oh,
least
God.
it's
Yeah,
rumor,
the next
it's
game.
rumor.
The next game.
They're
Well, I was going to say
saying-
EA is going to be coming around pretty soon, so I'm sure we'll hear more news about that at some point.
But they're thinking it's
Oh,
gonna be-
E3. I don't know why I said
They're
EA.
thinking it's going to be World War II, which is like Call
If-
of Duty just did that.
Yeah,
so
if they
hopefully
did
that's
that-
not true.
Maybe they should, do something different and do like Cold War or something.
See, I had a friend talking about Vietnam War, like
Ooh.
Cold War stuff like that. More past World War II.
Yeah.
Or like different or before or wherever.
They should predict like World War III.
Oh gosh, doesn't
that
every
would-
Call of Duty game do that?
Yeah, but I mean, predict World War III.
But actually
only
call it
for-
World War III.
Yeah, well, World War III, but also with more like relevant people now. So like
That's
Trump,
like
Trump is like the main focus of
That's-
Trump and Putin and all that.
no!
Hey guys, let's just
That
offend
would
like
be good.
every like actual country with this game, and just piss everybody off. Maybe it'll sell way more.
Trump will just see that and
That's
and,
fake news.
and deport everyone who had anything to do with that
I'm
game.
officially deporting this game. It was too huge.
I'm deporting the production company back to Japan where they belong. Well, no, it's like one, they're American, two, they're stationed in Houston. You
And then-
can't deport. It's like, I don't care, I'm deporting them.
No, and then they find out they did an amazing depiction of him, like the hero of the game. And so like there's like some conspiracy, and they like show a video of him like playing the game.
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
It's like
Yeah.
a propaganda Trump
playing
game.
the game.
This game is the best game ever. I tell you, I promise you.
I will re-import them into.
I'll
United
re-import
States.
them.
Re-import them.
Oh, it's terrible. Is
Yeah,
there any other
so
news
that
you
is
got?
that is all the video game news we have for this week. So in TV news, Jessica Jones season 2 is out. So that is basically one of Marvel's shows.
Right.
And
That's like with
collaborate-
Daredevil and Punisher
Cage
and Luke
and-
Cage and all them. Okay, and like
So-
and the Defenders and yeah.
So it's kind of like the cinematic universe of TV for Marvel
Yeah.
on Netflix. So I won't go too much into that. Just it's way more dark than the actual movies.
Right.
So you can check that out if you want. They have the first season.
They have more range to explore a lot of the darker sides of stories because it's a series. So
and
it's
they
like,
have more freedom
Yeah.
to do whatever they want.
They're not censored like in movies.
Well, I mean, they're still censored, but not.
Not really. They just choose not to say certain things.
Yeah.
It's like
But what I meant by that is that it's like in a series you can explore a character's demons more effectively and more like thoroughly
Fully.
than you
Mhm.
can with movies. That is, you only have like about like 2 hours
Right,
to,
and
to
this
do
you got,
something.
like, 10 hours
and then you
per
have
season.
yeah, and then you yeah, exactly. So I think it works better that way.
And last piece of news, I mean, it's been announced for a while, and we don't typically do like technology, but why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Samsung Galaxy 9.
I don't know. Like I have an iPhone, but that's not by choice. Like it's just like I've been kind of locked into it from my phone company. It's just like, oh, you're up for an upgrade, and you get this iPhone for just the sales tax. I'm like,
Right.
I mean, how do you not just do that?
I'm gonna do it. It's a great phone, so why
it's
not?
it's an okay phone. That's the thing.
Sorry, it's
like,
an okay phone.
It's like the whole thing is made of glass. You sneeze on it and it breaks. Like it's terrible. Well, okay. The thing. How long have you had that phone though?
A year.
A year?
I've had this for 2.
Yeah, I've had this for barely a year.
Okay.
Barely a year.
2.
Two
years.
and that is pristine.
It's
For
pristine.
our
I mean, it's scratched on the
listeners,
corners, but-
we're holding up our phones and comparing. I know you can't see this, but
know,
I thought we were recording this.
This is a visual gag. Sorry.
basically the S9. The biggest thing about it is the fact that the camera is supposed to be the best camera in a phone. We won't go too much into that because I don't have a fact sheet, and honestly, I don't really care. But
And I know-
some of you will really care.
Yeah, and let's not go too deep into it because we don't want people to think that we're like sponsored.
Product reviewing.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Android, Samsung sponsors, please. Okay,
As you're holding your iPhone. I hate it.
I hate iPhone. Okay. Anyway, going into stuff that we're into. Justus, since you are the guest, would you like to go into what you've been into this week?
Oh.
what have you been entertaining yourself with?
I've been entertaining myself with the hype that is surrounding the new character in Overwatch.
Who?
Brigitte, what was her last name? Lindholm.
I don't know.
Brigitte
She's like-
Lindholm?
She's the new hero that is a tank healer hybrid, which is something
Ooh.
very exciting.
Is she support or what's her role? Attack?
She's in support, but she has a lot more offensive capabilities than other support. She heals by doing damage. So when she hits an enemy, she creates a healing around her just like a Lucio does.
Whoa. See, okay, to be fair, I don't play Overwatch, so I'm just going, cool,
Yeah.
and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically,
so.
she has a mace. She's wearing a suit of armor. She
Neat.
whacks people with the mace.
See, Doug plays Overwatch. I think he'd love that.
and
Yeah.
you can boot people off the stage.
She has like a boop, so she's like an upgraded.
She boops?
She boops.
She boops.
And
She
she can
boop-
stun, so she's like McCree, Lucio, what else? Reinhardt.
Reinhardt and
Torbjorn?
Torbjorn maybe she
Maybe.
doesn't really build stuff.
Is
but
she
basically,
Is she mixed with Mercy with the whole healing factor, or is
No.
that?
well, you got the healing in there, so it's a little
But
mercy.
it's Lucio. Lucio's
True.
that kind of healer, like the
Oh,
area
okay.
healer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like
she's
the
surround sound system healing.
I only know like 2-3 names from Overwatch, so I'm just going like, is it Mercy? Is Mercy?
like-
Is that right?
It's like Peter Griffin, right? That's my favorite character in,
Favorite
in
hero in
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Anything else?
Well, the new thing is basically she is the new anti-dive hero. For those that care about Overwatch, they know
That's
dive
me.
is the meta right now.
What is dive? Or, like,
It's-
what is the?
Basically, you have a defense. Dive is the attack pattern of everyone just rushes in and hits as hard as they can instead of a slower push. Diva and
Diva.
Lucio. I know you're Diva main, okay. I kind of am too now. They all just rush in and they push and they try to attack and break the defense as fast as humanly possible instead of a like more calculated push where you try and pick off one teammate, then you push in slowly. She is now a counter to dive because she can stun people, she can area heal while also being able to deal damage,
So,
unlike other heroes.
Dive is basically running up to someone, shoving a pistol in their mouth, and shooting it.
Yes.
Compared to sniping someone from far away.
Neat. Okay, so Nathaniel, you're up next.
So I started Jessica Jones season 2.
Yes.
That's about it. I only saw it 20 minutes. And then
I started watching this thing.
I've seen none.
it was really late and I was falling asleep, so that's on hold. I'm playing Resident Evil 7. It's been a
I've
few
heard
days
much.
since I haven't played it, just because It's so stressful.
You need to like clean your pants and like
I need to like clean my soul a little
He's
bit
like doing
before
a
I
full detox and de-stress
Yes.
per playthrough.
I've watched him play a little bit of it. He's not okay while playing this game.
No.
I basically become a screaming little girl that's flinching all over the place.
You become?
You become.
Become
you
an
were.
essence.
I thought you were.
Essence.
That was the joke I was going for. He didn't.
I become an essence. A little
Sorry.
screaming baby girl. Or boy, I don't know. I'm not sexist,
Probably
but definitely girl.
We don't discriminate.
But higher pitch in the voice belongs to girls. I'm just saying, in general.
Typically.
It's terrifying.
Stop that.
There is actually the most terrifying game I've played. The ambience of it, just everything about it. But it's so fun, and I look forward to going back.
I think the scariest game I've ever played was Until Dawn.
Oh, that was fun watching you react to that. That was so much fun. Because horror games are the most boring thing to me.
What?
It's boring. You just kind of walk around. It's the most limited game type to me. It's like you move slower than anything. They force you into these small areas, and then you just can't move.
Okay,
That's kinda how
Resident
I
Evil
feel.
7 is very different.
Yeah,
It's very much a
Resident
shooter.
is not.
But
I've
limited
played
shooter.
a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I find it disinteresting and boring, and I don't get scared by horror games.
I find
So-
you disinteresting and boring.
Wow.
So why don't you just not
Hey,
say that?
wow.
Personal opinion. I know a lot of people think differently, and I honestly am glad that other people like the game.
Also,
I just find it
personal
boring.
opinion for me about you, but I think everyone feels that way. I'm just kidding. That's too much of a low blow.
I felt like
Evan.
that hit my ankle.
Evan, what have you been entertaining yourself with?
Mommy, Daddy, stop fighting. Okay. Shadow of the Colossus got a remastered version that came out on the PS4,
Ooh.
and good lord, it's amazing. I love it. It's
You've
very
played it?
good. Yes, I've been playing it a little bit. I just downloaded it yesterday, and I was playing it for a little bit. It is stunningly beautiful. They did such a good job. You can tell that this was done with a lot of love and a lot of care.
It looks beautiful.
It is, yes. And I'm one of the people who played the original one on PlayStation 2 a long time
I
ago.
did as well.
And such a good game.
Beautiful.
And it throws out traditional game programming with how
You play the game.
you play the game,
Game
and-
mechanics.
yes, and how you and like levels, and it's like every level is a boss level, and every enemy that you fight is different, and it's so intricate, and it was so different for its time, and it still holds up now. Like I've played a little bit of it. I've taken down 2 Colossus now.
Nice.
It still holds up so well, and it looks beautiful. Like
It's just so unique, like you said. It just
Mhm.
kind of revolutionizes at the time what games were, in the sense that there are no side quests. There's not like this
No.
linear path you follow.
I mean,
There
okay
are
for this.
bosses.
Okay, for this one, like a little bit. Like there's like a little bit of that because like they have like save points, which are shrines, which
Right.
is like you find them, and then each shrine has like a salamander that you find. That's
Right.
like the closest thing it gets
And you don't
to
even
like a
have
side
to
quest.
do
You
that.
don't have to do
Yeah.
that. It
Really just increases your health.
it increases your stamina.
There you go.
Is what
Yeah.
it does. And you technically don't need that. It helps with like the later Colossus, but like you technically don't need it. I think it looks. There's 2 different modes to play on it. There's cinematic mode, and then there's performance mode.
Ooh.
Yeah, which I've heard.
The FPS is lowered for the
Cinematic.
cinematic mode, and it's up to I think 60
Frames per second.
or 60 FPS for the performance mode, and it
Yeah.
looks so much smoother and more crisp. I've played the Colossus on performance mode first, and then the second one on cinematic mode. I don't know which one I prefer more. I like how they both look, but I think I'll probably go with performance more just because it's smoother.
It's
Got
the
it.
smoother frame rate versus the better looking graphics. By
Yeah.
a bit.
I think if I ever wanted to take a screen capture of something, I'd hop into cinematic mode and take a screen capture or something and then throw it up on my.
But yeah, I've seen a little bit of the game. The Colossi look fantastic. They're gigantic and they look beautiful.
Yes,
The HD.
yes, absolutely.
And-
so,
one thing that's exciting for me is it's bringing it to the new generation.
Yeah.
Because working at a middle school, the kids are talking about it. They're excited and they've never played it.
yeah.
So it's a new experience
So
for
they're
them.
like learning about this game and like they're experiencing it all for the first time. And where
Yeah.
we've played it, and we're just like, you have no idea, kid.
I literally got to do that the other
Just
day.
Just
wait.
wait, son. Let me teach you a lesson or two.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's
Sunday?
what I've been entertaining myself with, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it and reliving my childhood through that. Now, main topic time.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Black Panther.
Yes, full spoiler review. Full spoiler review. We're
If you have not watched
Wakanda
this,
Forevah.
Wakanda
Jiggle
forever.
the shoulders.
Jiggle the shoulders. Okay, now
Give it more.
so quick little backstory into Black Panther and who he is without going too deep into the lore. Black Panther is a character created by Marvel, and he is the king of Wakanda, a made-up village or tribe city in Africa. Province, yeah, another good word for it. And the king of Wakanda is the guy who takes on the mantle of Black Panther, and he becomes like the protector of Wakanda. Now, Black Panther made his film debut in Civil War with that whole ensemble cast, and he was awesome. But Black Panther, he gets his own movie now, and that's what we're talking about today. Nathaniel, first impressions.
First impressions. Wow, this is a superhero movie? Kind of, but actually, wow, this is fantastic. This is really unique.
Yeah,
That was my
that was your first impression of it. Okay,
that was my first impression impersonation.
Impersonation. Okay, Justus, first impressions.
Wow. 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 The wows kept changing throughout the movie.
Wow.
But in the end, I watched it twice in one night. So I really, really enjoyed it.
Did you get to the part like with the Owen Wilson like, oh wow, wow, wow,
Wow.
I think at one point I sounded like Crash Bandicoot.
Evan, first impressions.
First impressions. First impressions as I walked out of the theater. Best Marvel movie so far.
Bold statement.
First impressions.
I felt the exact same way. Hence why I watched it twice.
Now,
That was
That was a high five.
That was high five.
They were not like slapping each other's butts.
I don't think that's what people
We were
were
slapping each
thinking
other's
about.
butts
But
together.
now,
We were high-fiving.
people are going to be thinking that.
We were high-fiving with our butts.
Oh.
No, stop. No.
Anyway, now, standout moments. Does anyone have anything that jumped out to them, whether it comes to the action, the storytelling, the characters?
So
car?
his sister, dibs.
Yeah,
I believe her name.
Back off.
First.
I believe her name is Siri.
Siri, yeah.
Siri.
Shuri.
Yes.
Shuri.
Oh my freak, dude! I love her. She's so charismatic. I saw her in an episode of Black Mirror before, so I knew the actress.
Oh, neat.
And I think that's why they cast her. But she is hilarious, charisma driven. All those outfits. She was like I feel like the most unexpected character to play like the scientist role and kind of like R&D. But she kind of like took the place of Lucius Fox in Batman. She was kind of like that role, but really funny and over the top and hilarious. And she also kicks people's booties
Best way to do it.
to death.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. That was my favorite character.
I thought she was awesome.
I'm gonna go for more of a scene. I absolutely loved the scene and the feeling of the atmosphere when after T'Chaka defeated Killmonger.
Yeah.
And-
T'Chaka or T'Challa?
T'Chaka is
No, it's
T'Challa is
T'Challa
the
is
son. T'Chaka is the father.
Chadwick Boseman plays T'Challa.
that
T'Chaka is his
the
father.
father. Okay, I mixed them up.
And T'Chika is the mom.
Stop.
Anyways, T'Challa defeats Killmonger and takes him out onto the kind of precipice there overlooking the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
And shows him
Oh.
that beautiful scene. That was I didn't know how to feel during that scene. It was such a beautiful moment. And
Yet sad.
Yeah,
it was
very.
so sad, but it was just a different take on a villain. And I love Killmonger's character in general. Michael B. Jordan played an amazing villain. Honestly, that's one of my favorite villains in a Marvel movie to date.
Absolutely. Yeah,
See,
he
I would-
killed it.
I would say that this is up very near the top of my favorite Marvel movies. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but Killmonger's my favorite villain.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of hype about how he was a good character, but I'm just like,
Hey, Auntie. So savage,
was
man.
so savage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Evan, go.
What I loved about it was I think the plot of the story, it wasn't focusing or it wasn't worrying about being part of a cinematic universe. And I think that was the part that stand out to me the most, that the whole film wasn't trying to be part of a cinematic universe. It was its own thing. And I think that's what made it so good to me.
It brought in other characters, but it didn't
Yeah.
make them the focus. They were
Well, no, it didn't bring in like outside characters that we've already seen. Like we didn't see a lot of cameos from the Avengers or from anyone. Like we didn't see any. It was mostly everyone in that realm and made that the focus.
they literally just brought in two, and they were very small characters.
And they just like mentioned them, right?
No. The guy who Andy Serkis. What was his character?
Something Claus.
Yeah,
Oh,
Claus.
yeah,
Claw.
yeah, Claw.
And then there was
The agent guy.
yeah, those were the only two, and they brought them in very small roles.
The guy from The Hobbit.
And I want to say, I love that they brought in Andy Serkis' character as kind of seeming like the main villain, and then they kill him off because I feel like he embodies what most Marvel villains kind of fall into.
Dude, Andy Serkis needs to be in a lot more things where he's not mocapping because he's a great actor without like a bunch of spots on his face.
He's really
He's
good.
amazing.
He's
been in everything. He just is not physically.
He's been in a lot of things, yeah, but he's just never like physically in it.
And this is not to knock his job.
Oh no,
In his films,
absolutely.
what I'm about to say, like I'm not knocking him, but he like the character he plays is like more of a standard Marvel villain. And then Killmonger comes and kills him and becomes the villain of the movie, and he just.
I was
steals the show.
not expecting that. when it happened in the movie.
I wasn't really expecting.
I
it
should
either.
have been, but I was not.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to take out his entire squad.
No, I
Like,
wasn't either.
Any other highlights you guys have?
Man, I just think that car chase scene
I
was the
about to go
most
with the car
most
chase.
BA moment I think in that whole movie. It's just he's sitting taking all these shots, and you can see all the energy in his suit, all the kinetic energy being built up, and then just okay, go around this truck real quick, and then just like pounces on the car, and the car just flips up in the air. Oh gosh.
The slow-mo flip landing back on the car.
The slow-mo flip. When Michonne, I'm gonna call her Michonne from The Walking Dead. When she throws the spear, it goes through the car, and then it pole vaults the car.
I've never seen that.
Vibranium.
I saw it twice. Once in Germany with my fiance, and then the second time I saw it was back here in the States with my friend Douglas and Nick. I was in the middle, and Nick was on my left, and Doug was on my right. I kept looking over at Doug when something like awesome happened, like when all the rhinos showed up in that final fight. I looked over at Doug like, "Oh, what do you say about this?" He was freaking out, and all the technology stuff. I was looking over at Nick like, "Oh," and he was freaking out because he thought, "Oh, that was awesome." So just watching, it's a lot of fun to watch with your friends who hasn't seen it before, just to see how they'll react, because both their reactions were my reactions watching it. Because I was like, "Yeah, this part's awesome, right? Yeah, it's so cool." Yeah, so
Like this movie, please.
Oh, it's so good.
they did.
Oh, they loved it so much. It was so good. But yeah, so I think those were definitely like some of the highlights for me. There's a lot of action. It's paced really well. There's not a moment really where it seems really slow at all. It starts, and then it has a very good pace all the way through, and it doesn't feel like it
There's
ever.
no lulls.
No. Mm-mm.
And another like last great thing for me was the music.
Oh, music was so good.
I had forgotten that the music was like anything besides generic Marvel music, because it started with a very, very standard score, like trumpets and everything, and then it just transitioned into this more synthy hip-hop type soundtrack, and it just transitioned so well I barely noticed.
Because like
It was Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick
He made
Lamar
the-
was the mastermind behind the whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
What I liked about it was that it really embodied Wakanda, and just the fact that it's very traditional, but it's also
And
very.
then you got like the synthy.
But then you have
Killmonger.
but then you have the tradition laced with like technology. That's
Like technology is far beyond us, with tradition that's way before us.
oh yeah,
And then you
beautifully.
just kind of got like the Marvel music in there too, and the transition was just so perfect when I realized it was happening. Wow.
yeah, it was so
Great
I was
music.
speechless with the music.
so good.
I
I was gonna
listening
say,
to the
I was gonna
soundtrack
say it's
before.
also like aesthetically for a CGI like city, it looked really great. Like I don't think I watched anything in this and thought, "Wow, that looks fake." It all looked really good. To
looked
me.
great.
It all looked really good to me. Like you could tell that a lot of love went into this movie. This wasn't just for money. This was definitely to like make a point. Now moving into things that maybe we didn't like too much about it, or we thought maybe it was kind of like, okay, that could have been done better.
Maybe we thought we sucked.
I don't really have anything that I think sucked about
I don't
this
think
movie.
anything sucked either, honestly.
No, definitely
I have two kind of nitpicks, like a little bit. One was the romance between T'Challa and his the girl that I already forget her name.
I think it's
That's
like
how
Natalie.
Natalie. I think that might have been it, Natalie.
Something like that. We'll get it.
But I was not involved in that at all. Like I felt at times that was very forced. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hero movie, so he has to have a love interest. I mean,
Nakia.
Nokia. There you go.
Or, it sounds like Nokia, right?
Nakia.
Nakia, something like that.
And
Not Ikea.
okay, like nothing against the actress. She was good in it. But it's just I think the story didn't need the love interest. I feel like there could have been enough for her there in Wakanda for her to stay and help fight. I don't think she needed to be like romantically involved.
Great points. I definitely think the whole like love interest thing is very it's dry by now.
It's
in
become a
movies.
cliche for a lot of movies.
For me, I thought it was okay this time because it was different because she was his ex when they started in the show, and then it was just kind of like, so they have this history.
They do have a history, which is fine.
And that's probably why it felt kind of flat, because they didn't really go into it because it'd been in the past. But
Yeah.
that does also mean that maybe they didn't do as quite a good job as they could have with the development of that romance.
I mean, it started out kind of funny, where he's like, "I never freeze," and then just like, "Nakia, hi." When he said that the first time, he sounded like a Nacho Libre to
I
me.
never freeze.
No, he sounded like Nacho Libre to me. Just hi.
I have my stretching
But yeah,
suit.
the romance definitely took like a back seat.
Yeah, it definitely did. Which
It
is
felt underdeveloped to me.
yeah.
Very underdeveloped.
That's my one nitpick. Then the other one, I feel like this could be a very subjective thing. It's either you saw it or you felt it or you didn't. There was like an undertone of like foreign policy in this movie that went into race war a little bit. Now I don't know if you guys felt that or if you saw that. It's just from what I saw. That's what I saw.
Well,
I heard a little. Go ahead.
No, I dibs this time.
Okay.
From some of the other stuff that I've read in the behind the scenes from the director and stuff, he definitely wanted to put that message out there. It
Okay.
was not.
It was not accidental.
It was not accidental. It was supposed to be in there because there's still a lot of
Right.
homosexual stuff going on, and it was supposed to be a positive message.
For
In the way
me,
they put it,
I'm glad it was in there. It was relevant.
it was very relevant.
Yeah.
It wasn't too pushed. The two or three times it was mentioned, it was like hit pretty hard, but they didn't go into it too much. So I thought it was like about the right amount. But I do know it will make some people uncomfortable.
Yeah, like the only reason why I nitpick is because it's like it did make people feel uncomfortable, and I'm not saying it made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
It's just what I tried to do was I tried to look at it subjectively and not try to take something extreme out of it, because what I saw at first was a kind of a political satire on like foreign policy. At first, that's how it started.
I mean,
for me,
if you think about it, the whole Wakanda like being isolated and everything and not meddling in any affairs is
and
very,
and it started out very much like, we have the resources, we should help people. We have the resources, why don't we help people? That's how it started. I thought that was going to be the message going all the way through, and then it like evolved into a racial thing, which I think that was the part that I didn't really care for, I guess. Not that I'm not saying that.
You're right. Screw black people, all of them.
That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm
For our
saying.
listeners,
to my wife.
I'm very serious in my joking. So
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah, so
Calm down.
We're not racist here, and then that's what all racist people say.
Yeah.
But
I promise you, I'm not racist.
I have black friends. It's
I
okay.
married a black woman. Okay.
Yeah, it's
just so I wouldn't be racist, man.
Just the only reason was just to be like, I'm not racist, but no.
But I think that was my biggest nitpick, was that it started out one way and then it kind of evolved into something else that I don't think would have helped anything.
It
Because,
didn't like go along with what the film was supposed to be.
because what ended up happening was there was a lot of people that took it the wrong way, and then they twisted it into something that it wasn't supposed to be, and then I feel like it caused more drama than it meant to. But I feel like that's gonna happen with anything though.
The way I saw the plot was it presented two radical views of, one of them was like Killmonger. He was just like, we need to take our technology, arm all the, basically I think he even said it in the movie, just we need to arm all the people of our race, of our color, and take over the world, whereas
like our people, quote unquote,
our people. And then we have T'Challa over here in the Wakanda, the good guys, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They were the good guys trying
Let's
to
just stay isolated forever.
They were trying to either stay isolated and not help each other out, and then they finally realized in the end they needed to, but not in the way that Killmonger wanted to.
Right.
I love that, by the
plot.
way. Both sides had positives and negatives, and it was kind of... You kind of
Right.
wanted to root for Killmonger a little bit.
Right,
at
yeah,
times.
no, yeah. Like,
little bit.
Like Eric Killmonger, I wanted him to be wrong, but he made points and was like, no, that makes sense. Like,
He had an amazing reason and kind of
And even though
backstory.
he wanted to go about it like the wrong way, like there was some truth mixed up in there, and
Yeah.
I really like that.
I liked it.
Like, he was a reasonable villain.
he was a reasonable
villain.
He was a reasonable guy.
It's like-
Hey, hear him out.
He's not like Loki, I want to take over the galaxy. No, he's like, we need to change this, and this is my way of
He's like,
changing
I
it.
kill people, but I have good reasons, you know.
He started to become the British monarchy. It's like the sun will never set on the Wakandan Empire.
Right.
I'm like, really, dude? They really pulled that line? Really? But
I have a very small nitpick actually. Just the part where they're fighting with the rhinos and everything, the spears and everything. I think it drags on probably 3 minutes too long. That's really my biggest.
I didn't feel that,
nitpick.
but that's fine.
I just started to get bored because I honestly have seen.
I wish they would have
so
had
many
the-
like war scenes that it's just like okay.
I wish they would have had the cojones to kill off like a good guy. I really wish they did.
I
Because there were
honestly felt
moments
that
where I
too.
thought
Yeah.
Killmonger was going to, but he never did, and he ended up dying.
I was just like, oh, of course they killed the villain only.
yeah, I know. I was really bummed. I was kind of hoping, maybe not his sister, but I was hoping someone would die. That
Maybe
way,
even the mom, which is like still not quite the
Maybe.
level that you want it to be, but at
maybe,
least.
but it's still there was still an emotional attachment there. I would have felt something if she died. That would have been a bummer.
Yeah.
But no, I think yeah, like if they would have had the cojones to kill someone else other than the main villain, then
Well,
I
they killed the whoever Forrest Whitaker played.
Oh,
Whoever.
that's true.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
That's true.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest
yeah.
Whitaker.
You're talking about Forrest Whitaker? Yeah.
That guy right there.
That's true. That's true.
Justus, do you have like any
Any nitpicks?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
I just thoroughly enjoyed the movie through and through.
Now, going into more speculations and implications for Infinity War. Infinity War is the next movie up.
Yeah,
on
this
the
it's
Marvel
the-
on the Marvel
Cinematic
show
universe.
card. Yeah.
It's the 9th Star Wars Marvel film, and I just can't wait to see who inherits the lightsaber next. I think Rey is really old now and needs to pass it down to T'Challa.
You gave me cancer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
But what about the two towers?
Mordor?
Those are 2 lightsabers, right? So, Evan, go ahead. with this.
What about the ring? Okay. So we offended so many fandoms right there. Okay, so we have Infinity War coming up, and most of it, at least from the trailer, or half of it at least, looks like it's taking place in Wakanda. And Black Panther and all those guys are going to be fighting in it.
And
Yeah.
the after credit scenes with the White Wolf and all that stuff.
Oh, that was cool. That was really cool. And that's like heavy implications too. Now the idea behind the White Wolf thing is that Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, will be becoming the White Wolf, and that'll be like a right hand to T'Challa, the Black
Like
Panther.
literally his best friend, which,
Yeah.
considering how Civil War went, is a big change.
Which isn't, yeah, it's just interesting.
It was like,
Well,
And-
okay,
and
well,
the-
the thing is though, he found out that he wasn't the guy who killed his father, so
Yeah.
we're cool now. But we see Bucky with his new arm. It's made out of vibranium. It kind of has a blue tint to it, which is very nice. So, what does this mean for Wakanda in the Infinity War? We still have one Infinity Stone that has not been revealed. So, where do we think it is?
What if it's Wakanda?
I mean,
That's
I
not
feel
the
like that's
point
the
of this
I feel like that's the obvious one.
because the other ones have like very obviously shown where they are, and like they haven't hinted at them. They've like shown you where they are.
Yeah, but I don't think they ever showed us where the Soul Stone was. The last one, the Soul Stone. I don't think they ever showed us
No,
where
it
that
was.
one is.
They didn't show it. It was just in the head of the scepter, which had been in since the first.
No,
Avengers.
that was the Soul Stone.
Oh, that's
is not
the
that.
Mind Stone.
That's the
Mind
Mind Stone. Soul Stone is the orange one, and that's the last one that they haven't found yet. That we're pretty sure is going to show up in this one, which we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it makes sense that it would be in Wakanda only because when it said like that vibranium struck there, life started.
It could be the heart of the vibranium, maybe.
Yeah, like if you go
Yeah.
deep enough into the mine, so they said they haven't even scratched the surface yet. So
They've
they
just
could go.
been mining.
They just keep going down, and then they might find it somewhere at some point.
So purple Stone Cold Steve Austin is like gonna come in and maybe like destroy the mine, and like it's there.
Exactly, that's exactly how it's going to
Beautiful.
happen. Do we think anyone from the Black Panther cast will die in Infinity War? And
Ooh.
if so, who?
I don't think anyone from Black Panther cast is gonna die. I think
Really?
either Captain America
Well,
or Iron Man, like. But
Yeah.
Black Panther itself, I don't think so.
You don't think
I don't think so.
anyone from that cast? I mean, okay, removing T'Challa because I don't think he's up on the chopping block at all. There's no way.
On the T'Challa block.
Shut up. Now,
Wow, not even I have ever made a pun that is that bad, but still somehow works. Bravo! I actually really like that in a soul-crushing type of way.
That's all I do 24/7.
I
Bad
hate
puns. Oh, that's right, Evan. You hate puns.
I hate you. Now,
T'Challa, we're gonna talk about, man. No more.
yeah, but Other than T'Challa, you don't think you don't think Michonne or I'm gonna keep calling her Michonne. You know,
I know.
Yeah, I mean we kind of have to because it's her face.
Yeah.
But she might, but I really don't think it's gonna happen. We might. No, I really don't think any of the cast is gonna die.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be more focused on other characters. Dying because I think if anyone from the Black Panther cast is gonna die, it'll be in Black Panther 2.
That would make sense. I think, man, freaking Captain America needs to die. Nothing against him. Like, this is the last movie on his contract, and he said he wants to move on to other things.
The fourth Avengers was the last movie in his contract.
I guess they extended it, or I think. Well, no, it was no. I think he was signed on for one more Avenger movie, and this is the one.
Okay.
Like the one before that wasn't an Avenger movie technically.
Got it.
It was
Even though it had everybody in it, basically.
It might as well have been an Avenger movie. However. He might die. I think Robert Downey Jr. might not make it.
I think it's going to be
in
one
the
of them
comics. Didn't he die?
In the comics, Captain America died in Civil War.
Yeah,
but they didn't kill him. They didn't kill him in the Civil War movie, because they didn't have the nuts. But I think they should kill him off.
I think whatever the two they kill off, it's going to do Marvels for the plot. Oh my god.
Well, your plot didn't form in your brain, so
yeah,
rewind it back.
Yeah, try that one again.
I think it's gonna be great for the story. Whatever of the two they decide to kill off. Imagine if they killed off both. No, they don't have. They don't got the
nuts.
They don't got the nuts for that. No, but I think it'll be great. For both sides. It'll have like that reconciliation that either won't be reached. Or it will be that reconciliation that happens right before the death.
Oh, no, what would be awesome is that I feel like that would add so much more depth to either one of the characters that they decide to keep. Is that whichever one dies, it's like the other one who lives has like survivor's guilt and that whole like we never got to reconcile and just like and that drives them and that just drives them even more.
That's what I'm saying. There's either the lack of reconciliation or the reconciliation.
What if it's like
that's gonna make so many people cry? I can see it.
If one of them dies, no reconciliation, and the other one just goes out in some blaze of glory right at the end of the movie, like sacrificing themselves to save everybody else.
I'm not getting chills thinking about it. Dude, we've been following these characters for like 10 years.
There's
so much buildup. I feel like
Iron Man came out?
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of movies do deaths with no buildup. And they try to make it meaningful.
If someone dies in this movie, people are crying. I'm telling you.
If they do it right, unless they just make it so stupid.
I
don't think they could fail.
But Marvel honestly has gotten so good at handling things like this.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Marvel is
if it does happen.
Now
the upper range of hero movies.
Yes. Okay, guys. So wrapping up this review, Black Panther, blank out of 10. Justus, what do you give?
11.
Wow. All right.
My favorite movie of all time currently, aside from Star Wars.
Wow.
That is high praise. Nathaniel.
I like Star Wars more. 9.5.
What? Know how I said, aside from Star Wars.
I like Star Wars more. So 9.5 out of 10?
Which is like basically perfect, so it's fantastic.
But it's not perfect.
Yeah. I give it a 9.5 out of 10 as well. Because I feel like if that romance didn't seem as forced to me, I feel like it would have been a 10 out of 10. But this is by far, for me, the best Marvel movie I've ever seen. Like there's hardly nothing wrong with it. Everything is great.
I guess I'm just easily pleased.
Of all,
I guess
of all the opinions that I can disagree with, that is the one that I can agree with the most without agreeing with it. You can make such a great argument for it being the best Marvel
people's
movie.
Minds with your words.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
I should watch it again while it's still in theaters.
Yeah.
You guys want to go watch it right now?
I can't.
Stop it.
Me neither.
No. But yeah, so that's it for us this time. Thank you, Justus, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And
It's been a marvelous time, guys. I'm
dare you.
Nathaniel.
I'm Evan. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I won't see you next time.
What are your
So,
facts?
fun facts. The reason it started in Oakland, the director's choice, was because there was a civil rights party formed in Oakland, California, due to police brutality against people of color and especially the African American and black communities. The Black Panther Party,
Oh, yeah.
or the BPP, and that's where it started and originated and formed. And he just made that call to do it there, which is one cool thing.